The old porter Shadrach bowed low and greeted him and had just latched the wicket closed when Amra rounded a corner with a pitcher and a towel. She nodded toward the low bench near the porter's booth, and Judah sat. First he held out his hands, and Amra poured the water over them. It had been sweetened with herbs and sharpened with lemon, Judah noticed. Then Amra knelt and pulled over the basin that always stayed by the gate. Judah took off his sandals and let Amra wash his feet, though the lemons stung on his various blisters. "What's this?" she said, fingers running over the laceration from the thorn. "Nothing. There was a thorn." She looked up at him. If he'd been watching, he would have noticed her face soften. She'd been prepared to scold, but his faraway gaze stopped her. "Your mother is on the roof," she said instead. "Let me bring you some supper." "No, thank you," he answered. "I'll change my tunic and join my mother shortly, though." "A man needs to eat," Amra said, drying his feet. She clambered to her feet and bent down to empty the basin, but Ben-Hur forestalled her. He picked it up and tossed the water into the garden behind him. A chorus of indignant squawks told him he'd disturbed the birds nesting there for the night. Amra took the basin from his hands and said, "Go, Judah. She's been worried." By the time Ben-Hur arrived at the summer house on the palace roof, his mother, Naomi, knew what there was to be known. Judah had left the palace early, had been gone all day, had returned exhausted and grim. She lay back on her cushioned divan, glad of the darkness. It might be easier for Judah to tell her his troubles if he couldn't see her face. For the 1,000th time, she wondered how her husband, Ithamar, would have handled Judah. He was a boy of such intensity and such potential. Surely it wasn't just a mother's love that made her believe Judah could be a great man. But could a Jew be great in Roman Jerusalem? And perhaps that wasn't Judah's trouble at all. He was only 17. His tutors praised him. He was kind to his sister, attentive at the temple. Maybe he was just getting feverish. But when Naomi heard her son's footsteps on the tiled floor of the rooftop, she knew there was more amiss than the physical. She didn't move, but stayed in her shadowy corner, lit only by a small lantern on the low table nearby. She made her voice non-committal. "Good evening, Judah. Can you sit with me for a while? I think this might be the coolest spot in Jerusalem." He dragged a large cushion across the tiles and sat on the floor next to her divan. "You may be right, Mother," he answered. "I saw a great deal of our city today." "And why is that?" she asked. No answer, but a long, outgoing breath. She picked up a fan and unfurled it, then laid it beside her on the divan. Judah reached up and touched the feathers with the tips of his fingers. "I saw Messala today," he told her. "Your old friend? That Roman boy?" "Not a boy anymore," he said. "That's right. He is, 3 years older than you?" "2." He said no more, but turned and faced away from her. They both looked out onto the rooftop garden, where the rising moon began to silver the clumps of small palms and the fountain burbled quietly. Tree frogs had launched into their rhythmic peeping, and a current of air brought a whiff of night-blooming jasmine into the summer house. "He went back to Rome, didn't he?" Naomi finally said, to break the silence between them. "For 5 years," Judah answered. "And what did you think of him?" "He is completely Roman now. Scornful. He believes nothing could be good that doesn't come from Rome." "They are arrogant, those Romans," Naomi agreed. "And what will he do now that he's in Jerusalem?" "He's a soldier." Silence fell once more. Naomi waited for several minutes. She brought the fan up to move a current of air. Judah sighed again.